Cows? Okay, cows. Okay, let's do it! My favorite animal. Let's find out how overpowered they are, because you already know they're top tier. See, look, Chad, it's a cow. He's really strong. Oh, frick! Torra!
Cows are one of the most popular builds in the game. And normally, a high population is a good indicator that a build is pretty powerful in the current meta.
True.
However, I think in the case of cattle, there are a lot of other factors which make their true power level a bit less obvious. Are cattle...
Chat, they're high in their power level. Is the volume just really low? Yeah, like what? Okay, let me turn the volume. I know, like, why is it so quiet? What the frig? It's on max. Whatever. All right, let me here.
Low tier builds
is that
are
better?
Simply propped up by
is that
human
louder?
Activity, or are they a genuinely powerful high tier that would dominate with
Am I
or without
Did it make me louder too or not? Am I the same volume or am I louder?
Whenever.
Holy freak, notifications are loud. Okay, so everything is louder now, including my Firefox. Okay.
Hell,
great.
Let's delve into their stats and abilities to find out.
Are bovines OP?
Are part of a powerful
Did you know bovine means cow?
Faction of builds called bovines, which also includes the bison, cape...
Cows are weird, they just know how to walk, it's weird. Like, yeah, when you're born you know how to breathe, like, that's how it works.
Buffalo, water buffalo, and historically, the auroch. While there are a few differences between them, which we'll discuss in a tier list at the end of the video, they all share a few common traits. Bovines have an exceptionally
You just breathe? Yeah, you just walk too.
It takes a lot of damage to bring them down, pretty much requiring team strats from multiple predator players at once. And unlike some other high HP builds, bovines don't just sit there eating—
Wait a second! Cows are my favorite animals, but I eat steak. How am I gonna explain that? I never thought about that. Well, I'm not gonna stop.
The damage. No, they can strike back with
To be fair,
force.
steak is a mid-tier
Their
food.
sharp, sturdy horns.
I mean, it's S tier because it's cows, but but it's mid-tier.
Can inflict massive damage on anything unlucky enough to be caught in their path. And unlike antlers,
they're my favorite
which
because they
fall
taste
off
good.
and
Come
grown
on.
each year, the horns cattle have, they have year-round, always ready to wreck someone's
Fine,
plan of
mid-tier.
attack. Their mobility stats.
Chat, where do you put steak? S, A, B, S plus, A plus? Like, what? C? Where do we put steak? It's so overrated. I think steak's a bit overrated, but it's pretty good. S, A, S, S, S? Dang, dude, we got some actual cavemen here. Like, primordial eaters, dude. Like, if my cow ain't mooing at me, I don't want to eat it.
That is kind of mid.
The steak is
Definitely
great.
not high enough to reliably.
Have you ever had Wagyu before? The steak where it's like they got the fat buried in the steak? That sounds like it would be so bad, but people like it's so good. But like, I do not really like eating animal fat. I like when it tastes like beef jerky. I don't know. Am I weird for that? I don't know. Marbled? I do not like marbles on my steaks. Let's put it that way.
Escape a predator. And their intelligence and stealth are both below average for a male. However, neither of these stats are all that integral to the bovine build's main strategy. While lower intelligence does create a potentially exploitable vulnerability to things like traps
Cows are so dumb.
and lower their resistance
You are
to
so dumb.
distractions and
You are really
intimidation
dumb.
tactics,
For
it's
real.
not so low that bovines aren't able
You
to
like
utilize
Asmon's
team
steak?
combos.
Maybe.
Quite the contrary, in fact. The herd defense tactics employ
Do you guys remember if Asmon did like the fruit tier list? I was in Austin, right after he did that, his strawberries from the tiers were in the fridge. They were covered in so much mold it looked like Christmas. So I threw away his strawberries. Me and Emmy together.
employed by a competent herd of cattle makes them borderline impossible to defeat in a group. And since they have such a high HP stat, this gives
Who's
cows
Austin?
teammates
Oh, he's Mr. Show.
a lot of time to regroup and launch a counterattack if one of their herd members goes down and needs a save. Next, we should discuss their unique ability and their signature combat moves. Bovines all have the ruminant ability, which enables them to gain XP and level up all just from eating grass.
Why can't humans eat grass? You would never starve. Like, why can't we eat grass?
This This might seem like a boring ability, but its usefulness is actually hard to overstate.
We can? Yeah, I know, but we don't get much out of it. It's like bad for you. Literally vegans. Yeah, okay, chat. Like, vegans, they be taking like vitamin and mineral supplements, and then like they be eating like 87 different vegetables. Like, imagine if I could just walk outside and just lawnmower my ground with my face, with my hands behind me. I come up looking like the Rod Reese Titan afterwards. Like, why can't I do that? They have 4 stomachs. Okay, like I can still eat grass. So like, why can't I get energy from that? It's not a fun life. Can't digest it. Why can't I digest grass? I just need a few more amoebas in me, right? That's all I need. Like, if I ate a cow's intestines, could I eat grass after that? I acquire their power, their ecosystem, and their stomach? You know? What if I just ate a cow pie? I would do that if I could eat grass afterwards, because then you may make fun of me, but I would literally never starve.
One of the most abundant plants in the game becomes your main source of XP, completely removing the need to search and forage for food.
Exactly!
It doesn't need to invest evolution points into things like
Chad, imagine like you're like rolling down a hill.
Whenever.
But like as you're rolling down the hill, you're like, and then you get to the very bottom of it, and you're like, oh wait, time for dessert. You know?
Digging,
like, why is it not my life?
To be able to
why is it not my life?
Can reinvest those points into
I
other
should have been a
stats,
cow.
Which is how cattle are able to support such a high base stat total. Cattle also push the mammal faction's signature move, lactation.
Like,
to
honestly,
its
chat.
Cow milk is one of the most nutritious substances in
I should have been a cow. I should have been
Shut the frick up. I'm trying to sleep. Bedge.
players to level up extremely quickly. This helps keep their offspring safe, as it means they spend less time in the more vulnerable low-weight class, and quickly reach a size where hardly anything could realistically take them down.
I would punt that. Well, okay, chat. I'm really good at doing a back kick. Bop! You see that, John? Bop! If this was Mortal Kombat, your testicles would be coming out of your throat.
Alone. The cattle's signature move
I am
is
literally
Roaring
cut out
Rush,
to be a cow.
an extremely powerful head bash attack that deals heavy damage and inflicts
I'm
incredible
built for it.
knockback, forcing the target back a good distance and also likely knocking the target prone, which allows for
Belly
easy
Bovine,
follow-up
true.
attacks. Their sharp moves deal extra damage to prone enemies, so this straightforward combo can be devastating if it catches an opponent off guard. That is about it when it comes to the cow's main combat.
Oh, he's blocking,
moves.
he's blocking?
Cows can kick as well, but it's more of a stomp than anything.
No!
They don't
What
have
are
the
these dogs
flexibility or
doing?
power to
Oh, what's a
headshot
weird looking
someone
cow?
like
Is that a
horse.
cow? What is this?
Cows can kick as well,
Did you
but it's
see
more of
that?
a stomp than anything. They don't have the
What is this? Is that a pig?
flexibility or power to
monkey?
headshot someone like a horse can. They also
The
cannot
frick?
deal damage with their bite, since they don't have upper teeth. Not a super big deal, but biting is a powerful option to have in a pinch.
Imagine
so
a
it's
cow with grills.
at least worth mentioning. Now let's
TB
get into
called-
the cattle's weaknesses and
Cow grills. Cow grill. What?
counterplay. So due to the
It's Bear
cattle's low
Grylls' brother.
intelligence stat, its resistance to mental status conditions like intimidation, distraction, or trickery is reduced. Intimidation is a pretty common tactic employed by
Mm-hmm. Look,
a
chat.
variety
Cows get distracted easily. So do I.
of different builds, from predators to omnivores to herbivores. Intimidation is one of the most
When the moon is full, I turn into a cow.
effective tactics against cattle, and can often result in a cow losing a battle that it very easily could have won if it had not been scared away.
Oh, frick.
And conversely, if a cow does decide to take the offensive, distractions can easily
Also, chat, I am indestructible, just like a cow's head.
divert the attack, causing it
that.
to completely miss.
Look at that.
While this is, of course,
I can run to a
extremely
wall
risky,
and be fine.
overcommitting to an attack and whiffing can oftentimes mean the difference between decisive victory and crushing defeat. Advanced players will even be able to utilize a combination of intimidation and distraction
It's a chat. Look at the kung fu master using his Jedi mind tricks.
to
That's
kite cattle in
crazy.
specific directions, enabling them to control entire herds, which is what has allowed human mains to capture huge numbers of cattle. Cattle are known for their goring rush attack, which, while powerful, is imperfect. Many builds put a ton of points into the ability concussive force resistance, enabling them to throw out headbutt attacks without much risk. Cows have some blunt force resistance.
This dude's first message in my chat says, "Hello, I'm new here," and then he puts Bart Simpson's booty cheeks 10 times in a row. Like, what is going on?
That headbutts and charging attacks are without risk. In fact, at
what is
high
that
speed,
message?
cattle can easily take lethal damage in a single hit if they strike another player at full force with their charging attack. Builds like the goat or bighorn sheep can easily best a cow in one combat, even though
no way a cow loses to that!
the cow's stats are much higher in the
way!
Builds with forward-facing horns can also present quite a challenge to bovine builds, as bovine horns tend to face to the side and are more used for swiping and slashing at opponents than for stabbing forward.
Whee!
This means that in a direct confrontation,
how is it
sharp
that my
antlers
dog
can
is
deal a
legit
lot of
watching
damage
this
to a
stream
bovine
and
player
actually
while
looks
keeping them out of
interested?
reach of
When I
connecting
heard
with their own
Filian's
horn
streams
attacks.
are fun for
There
the
aren't
family,
enough
I
different
didn't
bovines
expect
for
this.
a proper full-length tier list video, but I think I can do a quick rapid-fire ranking to close out this video.
Wait, why is someone donating $5? Wagyu steak is top tier because everything is better when it's Japanese. If you don't like it, you're poor. How are you donating $5? You just called everyone poor while you donated $5. Got him. Okay, how do you guys super chat? How is that possible? Am I a YouTube streamer? Like, what is going on? Out himself, not even $10. No, chat, listen, he's giving $5. Like, that's not for a Subway sandwich. But like, how are people super chatting? I don't understand it.
Cattle comes in at a solid B.
It's a hype chat? How come sometimes people can hype chat and sometimes like, I'm on YouTube? What? No, I'm not. People are they're actually super chatting. Did YouTube combine with Twitch? $5? Dude, someone just gave me 7 Monopoly dollars. That's crazy. What is going on? The hype chat? Holy frick! Wait, so how does this work? Hype chats are cringe. There's not even a chat. Does it show a notification on my stream when they do that? At all? Or what? Hype chats are free? Oh. Wait, am I not getting money? Is this fake? Is this Monopoly? What? Played you for suckers? There's a lot of stuff. Pin messages. How? They're 50-50 split? Oh, these are a scam! The hype chat's a scam! More of the hype chat money goes to Twitch? Bro! Dude, hype chat's a scam! Whatever. No one used it? Wait, so has this feature just been there the whole time? Because sometimes I see people doing it, sometimes I never see people doing it. Is this hype chat thing, like, has it been here the whole time? Or it's like on and off? Ironic you're farming? Am I? Wait, someone donated 65 sex! Which doesn't sound right. Okay. It's a real money thing? I don't know. Wow, it's a new avenue to troll me. That's crazy. That's Swedish currency? So they barter with fornication?
Whenever, Puggy Wuggy.
Chat, I'm moving to Sweden.
A bad build, but one with a lot of weaknesses that high-tier builds can exploit. Their main advantage over the other, more wild cattle variants is that due to
Why does he have that? He's watching Filian. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. Na, 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 na.
selective breeding by humans, the domestic cattle are actually the best in the game at milk production, and therefore their offspring level up and reach larger sizes much quicker. Definitely a much more beginner-friendly build, although at the end of your playthrough there's a good chance humans will eliminate you. Also in B tier we have the yak, a mountainous variant of the cattle that opted for slightly lower base stats in exchange for better resistance to the cold and
Is it one of your
mods
mods of what?
Terrain. Same basic weaknesses
Hair's
as the common cattle, but
not
its ability to survive the cold Himalayan mountains means
Thank
that it
you.
has less natural enemies to contend with than cattle in less hostile climates do.
Wolf!
At the bottom of A tier, we have the bison. The bison
How's
are
it
the
charm on the
largest
wall?
bovine
Whenever,
builds
whenever,
and
plug
traded
plug.
some of their power stats for extra health and defense.
Wait,
As a
aren't bisons cows?
result, they have shorter horns and lots of padded fur on their head, meaning that they can tank a lot more damage, but also can't deal as much damage using Goring Rush.
Have
This
I
can
ever
be a
ridden
bit
a
of
horse?
problem,
No. I want to ride a horse someday. It'll be
as being
fun.
able to one-hit a wolf would really help discourage aggressive teams of wolves from attacking. Since they can't get a one-hit kill without a crit, some wolves get pretty brazen in their attacks on bison. Still, they're tied with the moose as the premier tank of the North America server, and have favorable matchups against the grizzly bear.
The bear!
So still definitely a solid high tier. Next in A tier we have the water buffalo,
Bear.
a bovine build with roughly equivalent stats to the common cattle, but with higher
Does anything kill bears?
offensive stats and massive
whenever.
I feel like bears just get life on easy mode because they can eat plants or animals, and they're just like nothing beats them.
They get a mobility bonus in shallow water, which, while not that busted of an ability, is still pretty nice to have.
Bears?
Water buffalo have to
Chad, does anyone actually hunt bears? Is that a thing?
be able to fight off one of the most powerful solitary predator builds in the game, the
Yes.
Bengal tiger.
But why? What's
Anything
the
that can
point?
take on this thing has to be at least A tier. The human player base in the India server is also notably less aggressive towards bovine players, which makes them a lot more viable in that meta. But when it comes to
Why does dudes be worshiping cows out here?
hostile metagames, nothing
The
compares
guys like,
to
I don't know
Africa.
what's going on, but they
And
treat me like a
despite the abundance
king.
of extremely
I'm moving to
powerful predators
India.
like the lion and hyena, and territorial giants like the rhino and elephant, the
Bears
Cape
are
buffalo
eatable?
is still notorious
Do bears taste good?
for being one of the most dangerous builds in
Bear
the
is
game.
super
It's one
tasty?
of Africa's big five.
See?
A status given to builds which are notoriously
See?
difficult for humans to defeat one
Depending on
one.
the cook.
And so I
Oh.
think for this reason,
It's
the
gamey.
African
Blech.
Cape buffalo ranks
They're full of
first among the
parasites,
bovine
extra
builds.
crunch.
But it still doesn't quite crack
Nestle
S tier,
crunch.
mostly because it's overshadowed by the wildebeest in the African
Depending on the
savanna.
bear, if you make
The
yourself
wildebeest,
appear big and
which is not a type
intimidating,
of
they will
cattle or
go
buffalo,
away.
but rather is essentially an antelope with higher stats. May not be
Yeah, I don't know what to do with bears, Chad. They'd be like, oh, get into a ball and pretend you're dead. Oh, slowly back away. Oh, don't make eye contact. Oh, make eye contact and going, "Ugh." Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, they say, oh, if it's a black bear, you're supposed to, like, do it this way or that way. And I'm like, this is racist.
as bulky
How am I
as the
supposed to
Cape
make
buffalo,
assumptions like
but
that?
It does have a much higher base speed stat, and this speed is pretty crucial for being able to escape an ambush from Africa's predator builds, and for punishing opponents who don't respect the wildebeest's range, leading to the wildebeest being vastly more successful than the Cape buffalo. This level of
All I know is that if you see a polar bear, you're dead. That's all people say, but, like, I haven't seen a polar bear yet, and I'm hoping I won't.
extreme optimization is what it takes to crack S tier in the African server. Now, this doesn't mean cattle will never be S tier. In fact, I think there's a pretty strong argument to be made.
If
that
it's
prior
white,
to
say
humans
goodnight.
unlocking
Oh, is
the
that what you
gunpowder
do?
technology
So if I see a polar bear, I'm just like, good night, and then it'll leave me alone. Like,
on the tech tree,
Stoopy
bison
head.
were the undisputed S tier of North America. And although they were all but annihilated from the server, their numbers are slowly but surely returning to healthy levels. It's quite an inspiring story, which you can check out right now on CuriosityStream,
No!
sponsor of today's video.
no! Is that it? We did it? Okay, we did it. Let's go.